Hi, Poppy Yeager here with This Day in History. March 3rd, 1820, Congress passes the Missouri Compromise. The Missouri Compromise was just one way in which Congress was trying to deal with the contentious issue of slavery. From the beginning, our nation was not in agreement over the issue of slavery. Should states be slave or free? To complicate that now, Congress wanted to keep a balance. There were more people in the North. Therefore, the House of Representatives definitely tilted towards the North when it came to voting. However, in the Senate, each state has 2 senators. So the South specifically was trying to maintain a balance because they didn't want to lose power. They wanted things equal. So in 1819, when the representative from New York, James Tallmadge, introduced a bill to admit Missouri into the Union, he suggested that Missouri would be a free state. The South didn't like this, so there was debate in Congress over it. Even after later that year when Alabama was admitted as a slave state, which actually evened the states, 11 slave, 11 free, it evened it out in Congress, there was still a pushback. The South did not want Missouri entering as a free state. So North and South compromised. And the Missouri Compromise says, all right, you know what? We will give in. We'll let Missouri be a slave state. But to counter Missouri being a slave state, we're going to lop Maine off of Massachusetts, and it will enter as its own independent state, but it will be a free state. So now we're balanced. We have the same free as slave states in Congress. Also, the Missouri Compromise said that no other territory that we acquired from the Louisiana Purchase that is north of the 36th parallel, which roughly is the southern border of Missouri, no state north of that will be allowed to have slaves. The Missouri Compromise, everybody was happy. It passed. And then it stayed in effect for about 30 years. It wasn't until about 1854 when the Kansas-Nebraska Act was passed that the Missouri Compromise ended up being repealed because they were both above the 36th parallel. And what the Kansas-Nebraska Act then said was, we're going to let states vote. Popular vote will determine whether or not slavery will be allowed. Anyway, that's This Day in History, March 3rd, 1820, Congress passed the Missouri Compromise.